Hi, Taehyung lovers all around the world. Welcome back to the Taehyung Lovers Worldwide channel, a channel that never gets tired talking about Kim Taehyung and always stands at the front line in spreading Kim Taehyung's kindness, influence, and peaceful aura to every corner of the world. Stop. Just 3 seconds. Don't swipe. Don't blink. Don't go anywhere. Because February 2026 did not arrive with an explosion, not with a scandal, not with a grand announcement, but with a silence that made the world pause for a moment. There was no red carpet, no press conference, no official statement. Yet when these two photos began to circulate, that silence turned into a global echo that was impossible to ignore. One photo at an airport, one photo at the center of power, two worlds that appeared separate. Yet the public slowly realized they were moving toward the same point. And this is where the question emerged: why Kim Taehyung? What really happened behind February 2026? If you think this is just about ordinary photos, you're mistaken. This video will peel back layer after layer of a story that left many people speechless, some angry, and a world unable to stop talking about it. Before we go any deeper, make sure you like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Then help viralize this video so the world continues to see the kindness, influence, and quiet strength of Kim Taehyung. Watch until the very end, because every second after this is not just a story, but a piece of history we are witnessing together. February 2026 did not come with an explosion or a major announcement, but with a silence that made the world stop for a moment. There was no red carpet, no press conference, no official statement. Yet, when these two photos began circulating, that silence transformed into a global echo that could not be ignored. February 2026. Two portraits appeared almost simultaneously. The first showed an East Asian man with a faint, calm smile amid the bustle of an airport. A dark coat, sunglasses, no conspicuous security detail, no hurried gestures. His relaxed aura felt unsettling, as if he carried a secret not yet ready to be revealed to the public. The second photo depicted a powerful Middle Eastern leader in a black suit, walking firmly through a historic space, surrounded by security forces and influential global figures. His gaze was straight, his steps calm. His power did not shout, yet the entire world turned to look. Two different worlds, two different forms of power, and one red thread that the public slowly began to read. According to trusted sources within diplomatic and international cultural circles, February 2026 marked a highly confidential special invitation. A private dinner in Qatar. Not an open state agenda, not a symbolic event for cameras. The invitation, as reported, came directly from the highest circles of the Qatari royal family and was addressed to a figure considered to possess cross-national, cross-cultural, and cross-generational influence. At the center of this story, one name immediately captured global attention: Kim Taehyung. This invitation was not about music, not about entertainment stages, and not about fleeting popularity. Sources stated that Qatar's interest in Kim Taehyung stemmed from his influence as a global cultural phenomenon, a figure capable of moving world public opinion through a single photo, a single step, or a small gesture. In today's global landscape, where perception and emotional resonance often outweigh long political speeches, such influence is considered strategic and highly valuable. The center of power behind this invitation is the Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, the 8th ruler of Qatar since June 25, 2013. Born in Doha on June 3, 1980, and a graduate of the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst in the United Kingdom, Sheikh Tamim is widely known as a leader who understands the importance of soft power in modern geopolitics. His personal wealth is estimated at $2 billion, while the total wealth of the Al Thani family exceeds $335 billion. However, financial capacity was not the main reason behind this dinner. What was sought was influence, image, and the ability to touch global public emotion. The airport photo associated with Kim Taehyung then became the center of speculation. Airports in global politics and symbolism are often interpreted as transitional spaces, arrival or departure, beginnings or endings, changes in direction or role. When a global figure appears in such a space with complete calm, the public begins to read deeper meaning. February 2026 was thus perceived as the beginning of something larger, even though not a single word was officially spoken. On the other hand, the widely circulated photo of the Emir of Qatar in international media showed power in its quietest form. No drama, no sensation, just steady steps in a formal space heavy with history. When these two images were placed side by side, the narrative grew stronger. This was not a visual coincidence, but a meeting of two different forces, cultural power and state power. The story became even more surprising when Jungkook's name was mentioned. Information circulating suggested that the invitation was not intended for Kim Taehyung alone, but also for Jungkook as an honored guest. Both were reportedly invited directly to a magnificent palace in Qatar for a private dinner. There was no live broadcast, no official photos, no press statement, only whispers spreading rapidly among diplomats, cultural observers, and global media. Precisely because it was unconfirmed, public curiosity only grew stronger. Global attention also turned to Sheikh Khalifa bin Hamad Al Thani, the younger brother of Emir Taehyung and Qatar's Minister of Interior. His presence in various state agendas and social media highlights demonstrates how Qatar understands image dynamics in the digital era. Nations no longer speak solely through written policy, but through symbols, visuals, and figures capable of reaching a global generation in seconds. In the post-FIFA World Cup 2022 context, this move is read as a continuation of Qatar's grand strategy. After successfully placing itself at the center of global attention, Qatar now seeks to maintain global relevance by embracing international cultural icons. This is not about concerts or entertainment promotion, but about building a long-term narrative, positioning Qatar as a meeting point of politics, art, and global influence. Public reaction became divided. Some felt awe witnessing the shifting map of global power. Others felt disturbed, even angry, realizing that cultural voices can now stand equal to or even surpass official political speeches. The question is no longer whether the invitation truly happened, but what it means for a world that is rapidly changing. February 2026 is thus recorded not as a month of scandal nor cheap sensation. It is remembered as a moment of silence whose impact was the loudest. 2 photos, 1 dinner, and a world now wondering what was truly discussed behind the palace doors of Qatar that night. Because in modern global politics, the most important events often occur without camera flashes. And precisely for that reason, they leave traces that are not easily forgotten. Taehyung lovers all around the world, thank you for watching until the end and walking this far together with the Taehyung Lovers Worldwide channel. A channel that never tires of standing at the front line, spreading Kim Taehyung's kindness, influence, and peaceful aura across the globe. If after this video you remain silent, feel something is off, or carry unanswered questions in your mind, that is no coincidence. Because February 2026 was never meant to be fully explained today. It was only shown just enough. If you enjoy content like this, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next fragment of the story. If you don't like it, that's okay. Feel free to move on, because the Taehyung Lovers channel never forces anyone. We simply accompany those who choose to look deeper. See you in the next video. Because when Kim Taehyung chooses silence, the world usually only begins to speak.